everyone. I found this really cool thing the other day on Facebook. Someone was talking about non-paper towels, and basically they've made little cloths out of flannelette or terry toweling, and they wrap them around their paper towel holder, and that's what they use instead of the traditional paper towel. And I thought this was a great idea. It's a great way of being, eco-friendly on our environment, being sustainable. So I thought I could get my sewing machine out and have a go myself. So I went to Spotlight and brought some material. I quite liked this little print here. It's got the cute little koalas on it with their mummy. And I also got a purple material out of the same fabric, which is flannelette. I'm using flannelette. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the pattern first. I'm going to make them the same size-ish as my paper towel that we use, except I've just made it a little bit longer because our holder is actually a little bit longer than what the traditional paper towel is. So that's going to be my pattern. I'm going to cut them out and see how many I get. I only bought 1 meter of the fabric, so it'll be interesting to see how many I get out of it. Let's have a look. Here's the purple fabric as well that I'm going to use. So I'm going to do 1 layer of purple and 1 layer of koala, and then stitch them together, and hopefully I will get some cute little koala non-paper towels. So first off, I'm just going to cut this little bit down the side. I don't know what it is. I think it's like a barcode or something, but obviously I don't want that in my print. And then I'm going to give a seam allowance around the side. Now I haven't sewed for years, and I'm talking since like high school. So I'm relearning a lot of this and trying to remember what I did all those years ago. So here I'm putting a seam allowance in, which I actually forgot when I was putting the material together. So I remembered just before I started cutting, which was great. And I folded it over a couple of times just to save me cutting them out each individually. It makes it a lot quicker to cut all the material out. As you can see, I just cut it 3 times, which ended up having that tiny little piece left over, which was great. Hey, so I've cut them out. I think I've got 12 pieces from 1 meter of material with just these little bits as leftovers, so I don't know what I'll do with them. I'll have a think about it. But now I'm going to do the same thing with the purple material. So with the purple, I'm doing the exact same thing, cutting along the side, and then I'm going to use the template that I used for the koala print to cut out my purple. Now the reason why I chose flannelette to make my non-paper towels, I did a bit of research. Obviously there's much better, more sustainable fabrics out there at the moment. Not at my disposal. I only have Spotlight around the corner. I am thinking about getting some other fabrics to use to make some other things that would be more sustainable, but flannelette seemed to be the most absorbent, and it's also easier to use when you're rolling it on the paper towel. Now once I've pinned it all, I started overlocking the seams. When I did this, I did just a straight overlock. Now obviously the first ones were my worst. After doing the straight seam across, I didn't really like it, and I thought a curved corner would be better. So that's what I'm doing here, which was a bit trickier. I found it harder, and it did take a while for me to get better at this. I think it was like my 4th go when I finally got it looking half decent. In a moment, I'm just going to hop up and go get little Bub. He's awake, but it wasn't that long. It only took me maybe half an hour to sew 12 of these, which was pretty good. I did do it in 2 days just because I'm a mum and I've got other duties to do as well, but I thought that was quite good. All right, so here's the finished product. I've already rolled them out, but I'll show you how they come off. I'm thinking, I have seen somewhere that some people add some like fasteners to each side, so they fasten together. Let me know what you think. I think it's okay at the moment, but I guess it probably gets harder as you lose most of the paper towels. But yeah, so there you go. You just pull one off, use it, put it in the wash, and when they're all clean, you put them back. Thank you.